Let's begin this week with team news because there have been some people coming very close to being back, and it might be relevant. Can any of them perhaps feature in this game? Being a League Cup match.
Yeah, look, it is an opportunity now for those ones, especially coming back from injury. So we had Bex Reina. She played midweek, got some minutes in an under-19s game, so which was great to see, and helps with her confidence and return to play as well. So she's been building. Yelena as well. So she came on the weekend. She was fantastic when she came on. So it's again another opportunity to give her some minutes and continue to build her up. So we'll use it as a chance to give some more players those opportunities, especially the ones coming back from injury, and also ones that we might need to look after. So it's a chance to rotate a little bit, and we'll still put out a squad strong enough to try win the game on the weekend.
So much is quite rightly said of the brilliant physical facilities that you have at the training ground in Lancing. Those that have been out, that haven't yet played this season, that have been struggling with their fitness, how important has the support you and your staff been able to give them? Because you were a player, you know how frustrating that can be. That I think of the mental side, the psychological support to say to someone, you will get fit, you've got to work at it, but when you're ready, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it is. It is always hard, and then it's something that they all love doing, that they miss out on. You're on the sidelines. You're watching the girls. They're enjoying themselves. They're playing good football. They're coming off the training in a good mood, and then that always sometimes we don't probably notice the impact that it has on the ones that are missing out. So we try to get around them as much as possible, talk to them throughout their rehab, keep them involved as much as possible, keep them learning as well. So even though they're not involved in the training sessions, they're still heavily involved off the pitch, where we talk and discuss. So Bex was one, for example. She'll be coming in, asking questions, clipping up whether it was Fran in the role or someone else in that role, and asking questions. So putting herself within it, and then so when she comes in, she's already got a good understanding, even though she hasn't been on the pitch with us. So we try to look after everyone, especially those ones, because they are missing out on what they love to do, and we got our fingers crossed that it'll be a speedy rehab, and we get everyone back soon, and then no one else is in the medical room.
A difficult balance for you, I guess, because it is an opportunity to look at a couple of other players, but I think I'm right in saying you haven't got a game for a couple of weeks after this. You've got to keep your top horses fit and raring as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the thing too. We've been in a good place at the moment, where we're building, where we're constantly evolving week to week. The understanding is getting better, the connections are getting better, but we also have to take into account we do need everyone. Like on the weekend, we were down to one centre back. We had no real defensive cover on the bench. So, trying to maybe adapt a couple of players, give them a bit of a learning in different positions. So we're also aware that, the international break, that they'll have quite a heavy load during that. And then, we've got 3 games in 1 week once we come back, and then we go into winter break. So a little bit of a hectic upcoming 3 or so weeks, but we've got enough hopefully to get through it and be positive at the end of it. Give the ladies a well-deserved break over Christmas and the New Year, and then we'll be ready to go after the New Year.
You mentioned how well it's gone in the league. What does the League Cup mean to you? I mean, can you fully compete on all 3 fronts? I'm thinking of the League Cup, and of course the FA Cup that will kick in. Such a big competition in this country. Can you compete on all 3 fronts, Dario?
Look, we will. So we want to be. I take each competition, each game seriously. Doesn't matter. League Cup, FA Cup, WSL, friendly game. For me, it's it doesn't really matter too much. It's a competition. We want to win. It's an opportunity to bring silverware to the club. We know we'll have a very busy schedule the more competitions that we're in, especially after January, but I think we've got good depth, good understanding throughout the players, and obviously we need a little bit of luck that injuries don't creep up on us. That we got a healthy squad, then it's much easier. But we'll take it game by game. We'll see what the circumstances are when we get to these ties, and then we'll always put out the team that we think's best to go out and win the game.
You won your opening game in this group, so this is a real chance to take control of the group to win at home to the other WSL side, isn't it?
Yeah, and the other factor is we're at home. So we've had a great record at home. We don't want to lose anywhere, but especially at home. So we've had a good week to prepare. Where the girls have been excellent this week. They're really enjoying it. We've spoken about it that this isn't a week now to let off the pedal. So we're determined in this competition. We want to go to the top of the table. We want to try secure that progression into the next phase and have our name in the draw. But we know we've got a tough opponent that we played a couple of weeks ago. We know that they'll probably have to adjust a little bit from the last time, so they'll have us guessing, I think, again until kickoff. But we're looking forward to it and playing Leicester again, and I'm sure it'll be a tough game like it was a couple of weeks ago.
Well, indeed, I was going to ask how relevant do you think that result is, that game is, to either you or them?
Look, maybe a little bit, maybe not, because again, it's a different competition. We again, simply enough, we can only control again what we can control. They'll do what they need to do for the week. We're doing what we need to do. We'll prepare like every other game. It is an opportunity for some other girls that we can use to get them ready as well, especially for what's to come ahead after the international break with 3 games in a week. So we'll use it for that, but we're still going out with the mindset to play our football, to win the game and try secure that progression in the cup.
Finally, you mentioned the S word, Silverware. With your form in the league, the strength, the depth you have in the squad, would you say there's a very decent opportunity for you to win this competition? Not that you will or that you expect to, but you have the tools, the ammunition to go far in this competition if everyone can focus and apply themselves, Dario, as a club.
Yeah, look, that's always the aim. So in every competition that we set out in, the aim is always to win. So we won't talk too far ahead and talk about winning the competition. We've still got 2 games in the League Cup that we got to win or get at least 2 good positive results to get ourselves to get that progression through to the next phase. But it's always that sort of that boring cliche of the week to week. But if we play our way, and we always go out to try to win, and especially it would be nice to bring that first sort of silverware to the club and have a trophy to put within the club.